here's an example of the login screen. So this might look familiar to all you World of Warcraft players. And even though that StarCraft 2 is clearly not an MMO, but we really felt like, you know what, why don't we connect you into the service the moment you start playing StarCraft 2? So you put in your Battle.net account, and then you'll be actually logged into the service from the very beginning. And then this is going to be approximately kind of like what your first screen is going to look like. So you can kind of see right from the beginning, it already looks like you're in an online service. So you can see that you're going to be able to have access to like single player, multiplayer. We can have this concept of these large widgets, like the campaign widget, which you can see. And then also on the right-hand side, you can see this concept of news, which looks a little bit like the World of Warcraft launcher, or might look a little bit like a website. So, you know, right away, even before you've played your first game, you're already connected into the larger community. So if I press the single player button, you'll be able to see this is kind of an example of what the screen might look like. So you'll have campaign is kind of that largest screen. So we kind of assume that new players are going to want to play the campaign first. And then you also be able to play skirmish games. And then we have this new concept called challenges. And challenges are just these kind of really fun single player maps that are kind of going to teach advanced multiplayer mechanics. And they're also something you can kind of try over and over again and improve your time, and improve your score, and then be able to compare with your friends. So, and then to show you that also something else you get when you're able to be connected within, you know, if you connect right away, is that even when you're playing a single player game with StarCraft 2, you'll be able to access your friends list like this screenshot here. So even when you're just playing the campaign, any of your friends that are online, you'll be able to see when they're online, they'll be able to talk to you and everything else, which I really feel, again, is a huge value add for people that previously would have to log on into the multiplayer part of Battle.net, tell their friends where they were, and then go back and play campaign and, you know, be sight unseen again. So obviously we're going to have replays. So this is kind of an example of what the replay screen is going to look like. We're going to add a lot more features to replays. Like one of the features that we're adding, which people might want, is a rewind feature. They said it couldn't be done, and we found a way. And then we also are going to obviously have profiles. So when you have a character, there's going to be all kinds of information about like achievements, your statistics, your match history, and the kind of the intent we have with the profiles. We want the profile to be useful for you as the player, but we also want it to be really interesting for other players to be able to browse you, and you can share it with your friends, and people can kind of see the matches you've done, be able to do achievement compares, all those sorts of things too. And obviously, we're going to have an achievement system. So we're going to have full achievements within Star 2. It's going to be hopefully even a better system than World of Warcraft, because, you know, I feel like the World of Warcraft system was great, but, you know, in Blizzard fashion, we've learned a lot from it. We're going to try to improve upon that within StarCraft 2. So you'll be able to get achievements in the game, and then this is just an example of what the in-game interface looks for it. And, you know, just like in World of Warcraft, when your friends get achievements, you'll get a toast that pops up, so you know when your friends are getting achievements, so you can always, you know, give them, you know, a little bit of competition. And the most important thing is that the achievements is going to be how you get kind of the icon system for War 3, but we've kind of amped it up quite a bit. So we kind of have this concept of avatars and decals. And based on different achievements that you earn within the game, we'll unlock different avatars that then you can use to display as yourself on the service. But the really cool addition on top of the avatars is this concept of decals. So each of the races will have a whole set of decals that you'll be able to unlock through the achievement system. And where these decals show up is actually on the units themselves. So there'll be like all kinds of things you can unlock and all kinds of things you can kind of display to your friends. And it's also a system that obviously as we kind of continue the game, we can add more and more of these things over time.